So here he is. Here he is. Walked off of Oxford for you.
What's calling you from there?
Oh my life. Oh my life.
I've never claimed to be a good boy. That light is a long day. 'Cause I got stuck in the war's grave. Once with bullets and one's in my head. But you made it so easy to let go. Now I'm on the road and the shores are stuck in it. So I walk with the devil. My rivals best be careful. 'Cause when you're already dead, there's no gun at your head. You're finally free. I shook hands with the devil. Oh, this time best be careful. 'Cause when you're already dead, there's no rope from your neck. You're finally free. Yeah, I walk with the devil.
Hi everybody, so we're back in Oxford today, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but I've got my waders on. We've all got our waders on, and Kirsty and Glenn have gone to check out another bit of a location at the moment. We'll see how they get on there, but yeah, we've got a few places to check today on our history hunt, so let's hope it pays off and wish us luck, and let's get the history. So, I have no idea. What that would be. So I'll keep that there. But I have had a bunch of keys. Probably modern ones, to be fair, by the look of them. Well, it's a bunch of keys.
Little hoop ring. I think that's Morales of Oxford. Bit of a stoneware jar. And a vulcanite stopper. Wartime 40s, I think.
A bit of a white smoke. Oh my word. Oh my word, what is that? I've got to go and tell the guys because I have no clue. Just had a word with the guys, and it is in fact a Enamel. Oh my word. Wow. Well, that was mad, wasn't it? Absolutely mad. We're on the same magnet. That's off a bike. It's a bike wheel. A bit bent. Right, I'm going to take you down to our Kirsty because you ain't going to believe what she's found.
Oh, I love this. I was scraping away on my little bank down there and I found this tiny little bottle.
Look at that.
I'm thinking it might be a little baby feeder for a doll. I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on it yet.
You know what, you could be
But
very
we'll have
right.
to research this because I've never seen one. It's just what it looks like.
That.
It's tiny.
I mean, when you...
Sorry everybody, the battery cut out then, didn't it?
Yeah, so there we go. Tiny little bottle.
But I think you're right, sis, that
I think
about
it's his
a doll.
possibly, like a little doll's feeder.
Oh, just
But it might not be, who knows? Could be perfume or anything. That's
That
just
is
the feeling
beautiful.
I get. So we'll see.
Absolutely beautiful.
Mike's just got another bowl. It's a really early one as well.
Yeah, 1640s that
Yeah.
one easily. What have you showed your bowl? This one.
No.
So that's what's called a fairy bowl. And that was the first ever clay pipes to come out. And you can imagine little pinch of tobacco, that's all they could afford.
That's old, that isn't it?
That'd be 1580s when clay pipes first started being made.
Wow.
So that's one of the earliest clay pipes you can get, that one.
Wow, well, look
Nice
at
little,
that.
well,
Fairy
say
bowl.
it's quite a big one.
Yeah, cute, that is, they are cute.
Oh, clay marble.
Yeah.
That's 1580s.
That's some nice bits.
I was going to say, you've got a
The
book.
bowls
You've got a bucket full there, sis.
Yeah, I had a nice. This is the first war grade vulcanite I've actually found, so I'm pleased
Is it?
with that. Mike's found one before, but I haven't.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yes, and lots of clay pipe and little bits in there. And teeth. We've got loads of teeth
Oh
again
dear.
today. And you don't know yet, but I've been chucking more teeth. In Glenn's bucket. So we'll have a bucket full of teeth.
And you've done some work for the environment, sis,
Yeah.
haven't you? You've cleared.
I'll show her and that.
Big pieces
Piece
of
of
glass
scrap in the
out
back.
and bits of plastic or whatever, so we have
Wow.
some rubbish out as well.
Perfect.
What a lovely day again. It's always lovely in Oxford.
Among the many little treasures Kirsty found while mudlarking, one find was truly astonishing. This beautiful miniature baby feeder bottle. Dating from around the 19th and early 20th century and far too small to serve any real feeding purpose, it's highly likely that this was either a dollhouse item, a toy, or even perhaps a promotional sample, created to market full-sized baby bottles. Whatever its original purpose, this is a beautiful little relic. A glimpse into how historical objects of daily life were miniaturised for play, display and even demonstration.
I thought this was a roll when it first came out. But see that? It's a heart-shaped piece of metal. The hole in the middle.
You know the guns off the street boilers?
I don't know what it's off, but yeah, it's quite sweet. Look at that tomorrow.
So everyone, I've just popped down to say hello, but I am mudlarking, so I'm going to be going to mudlarking and I'll come and have a magnet fish later once the lads have churned, Aaron and IJ have churned all the bottom up for me and get all the big chunky keys out then. Oh no, oh that would have been nice. That is a shame. Look at that. I bet the strength of the magnet's probably broken.
Yeah, little toy gun. Shame it's snapped.
It's a drill bit to make holes. Old pan handle. I think that's some sort of wrench. And the old faithful scaff clamp.
As
Let's try the other
I'll do 1 minute, AJ. Sorry, half of that back at least.
Surely it's rebar. Rebar.
Oh, let's bring it.
Try that way then.
I need a hero. Oh, bless you.
Good on your ass.
Right, now you, AJ.
Well, I want to see that cleaned because from that design there, to me, it feels like there would have been fabric going through there, like leather or something. And it looks like that would have been a clasp, so like, you know, a fastener, like a belt or something. So it could be a buckle where to clasp shut. So I can't wait for Glenn to give that a clean because I am thinking buckle. I am. So some kind of buckle. And as you can see by the top there, looks like it would have clasped, you know, clamped shut on something. Some kind of belt maybe, I don't know. So yeah, definitely want to research and get cleaned up.
This find is far from what I thought it could be. And once Glenn had got back and researched it, it is in fact a shoe pattern from the 1700s. Unlike the more frequently uncovered ring-style shoe patterns, this discovery is something different entirely. This form of shoe pattern is almost unheard of. In fact, until now, we'd never seen one before. Finding this variant is more than exciting, it's rare. These patterns, with their elegant waved iron frames, hint at regional variation, or perhaps a specified use lost to time. Were they designed for better balance, for different terrain, or for a certain style? Holding this piece is a moment of revelation, a reminder that history is never finished. It still surprises us one step at a time.
And look, another buckle's come out. Lola just down the bottom, she's just pulled that out. And you've got to love a buckle. Wow.
I'd say it's probably water on that one because of all the mosquitoes, don't have.
Yeah. You see that AJ's just had? It's a little like key ring toy gun. That's the third toy gun of the day.
It is.
Well, what I thought was just a basic knife handle is actually a NATO knife. It's got on the handle there. Look at that. I hope you can see that. And it's actually, as you can see by that part there, is a flick knife. So you push that, and obviously the knife would come out. And we think we can just see the tip of the knife. Wow, that is absolutely mad. Okay. Bit of scrap. We bought up a bit of pottery. Come on, we find any pottery. Whatever we do. A little hobnail. Got a fishing lure. Would have been an old knife there, as you can see by the handle.
Oh, lovely. I'm smashing it today, sis.
Yeah, sis.
Oh, that's lovely, sis.
Wow.
Oh, Glenn's gonna like that, sis.
Wow. I've just pulled out that. A lovely buckle. Wow. I'm not sure if that had been a small handle or something, but I don't know what would that have been as well. Look at that. So,
So here he is.
Here he is.
Walked half of Oxford for you.
falling here from there.
Oh my life! Oh my life!
No, my lenses that is.
Oh my word!
Where have you been?
Hello. Where have you been? I've been for a little wander and I found this half a cod bottle. Morales Trustees Oxford, Lion Brewery.
It's immaculate.
And it's double-sided. And it's perfect condition both sides. More or less. I'm buzzing with that.
Oh my god!
Wow, that's amazing, mate. Well done. You got it at the stream?
What was we saying, Jules?
Step back in time with this rare piece of advertising history. Founded around the 1880s, Bluebell tobacco quickly became an household name. Known not only for the smoothness of its blend, but also for its bold marketing style that stood out in the bustling streets of Victorian and Edwardian Britain. Enamel signs like this were used for advertising between the 1880s and 1950s, before being largely replaced by cheaper printing methods. They were designed to endure the elements, and this double-sided sign is a perfect example, still vibrant and eye-catching decades later. This sign likely hung proudly outside a tobacconist shop, inviting passers-by to smoke Bluebell tobacco. Whether you're a collector, an history enthusiast, or simply someone who loves vintage advertising, this Bluebell sign that Mike has found is an absolute gem. Cool, mellow, and certainly timeless. Well, Glenn's actually back. Oh, he's been gone all day, hasn't he? But look at some of the finds he's had.
Oh, that's nice.
And he's actually had...
Pepsi and cola.
Where's the toothpaste? Is that the toothpaste lid?
No, there
No.
it is.
I was gonna say-
I'm holding it 'cause
Oh.
I've done it.
There it is.
Cold cream, it says.
We're going to get that cleaned up and show you. But look at these. I mean, look at that. What he's picked up out the river.
Yeah,
Wow.
deposit, Imperial Water, Reading as
Wow.
well. I mean, it's not mega old, but...
You look like you're in jail, Glenn.
Little condiment jar of some type. Little perfume.
Wow. I mean, look at all this. Look at all this. Pulled from the riverbed.
Insulator.
Rescued.
Rescued,
History
yes.
rescued.
It's all
I'm
been
guessing because that's got a
rescued.
59 on it, so that could be 1959.
Vulcanites in top of the bottles still.
Little jar glass.
All my knees.
Shot glass.
I found the side of a Oxford marmalade. I wish that was old. I can't moan after what I've had.
1873. On there.
Wow.
Torpedo bottle. If that was old.
Oh.
And I was taking a mickey at Steve last week because he was playing and mine's playing, but mine's proper apple green.
Look at that. That's mad. That isn't it? That bottle you've
Yeah,
just had, sis. That's
Look, these are all blends,
Yeah.
these and what is here. And there's that one he's found, look. I think we found something similar to that at the dump before,
yeah,
you know.
I think we have, yeah.
Sure, I recognise it.
Scrap.
And for everybody on here watching, Glenn hasn't actually saw Mike's sign yet. So he's going to have a big shock when he
Scrap.
sees it.
Might as well get a bit of scrap in while he's at it. hadn't
Another
I?
tooth.
Oh, that
Not
ain't nothing. I could fill a skull, a horse's skull up with a curse.
He ain't got another tooth.
Oh, look. Mine's brewery again, look.
I wonder about that piece of tile. That's an old, well, it's a lid, so that one will probably just go in the rubbish. That one will. I ain't fussed about that curse. That one's broken, unfortunately, on the top. That was something dairy, but that can go in rubbish as well.
Oh,
We've got a
yeah.
bag full of rubbish we're going to put in the bin before we go.
Look at all that. All saved.
Oh,
But
and I got a little jar. It's cracked, so I'll go in the scrap, in the rubbish. But I must admit, this ain't very old, but I do like this cup.
that's okay. You can have.
1889.
Oh, you can have your cups of tea in it.
Probably from one of them hotels, like, but
Yeah.
Nice size as well, that is.
thank you very much. I got Michael another ashtray.
Make a cup of tea.
Oh, another ashtray.
Another big chunky ashtray for our Michael.
He likes his ashtrays, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
going to give up smoking anytime soon, is he?
Another shrimp paste. Scrap.
Wow.
Now, I like this bottle. Now, it's not very old, but it's got elephants on.
Oh, that's nice.
Really?
It's got a let me wash it off. Because this is a beautiful bottle. I couldn't believe it. When
There's some wipes there.
I've never seen one like this. Hang on, I'll probably might quicker do it in the river curse, I think.
Probably is, to be honest.
So, this bottle here has got a big parrot. Oh, I don't know what that is, but anyway, it's got elephants on, house, tropical trees, palm trees,
Oh, yeah, it's got
and on
lots
the
of-
back it's got some Asian writing,
That's
some
weird.
scales. Well, I'm Libra.
Yeah.
Look how thin the top is.
I just really like it. I know it's probably not mega old, but it will, yeah. I just really like that.
Let's have a quick look then and so what we've
It
done.
is a cold old Bond Street, London.
Rose cold. Ross or Rose? Is it
Rose.
Rose cold cream?
Rose Company. Something. Atkinson's.
Oh, can't wait to see that cleaned up. Yes.
Ta-da.
In the heart of 19th century London, amidst the cobblestone elegance of Mayfair, a small ceramic pot bore the name Atkinson's Rose Cold Cream. Priced at 1 shilling, this modest container held more than just a soothing balm. It encapsulated the prestige and innovation of one of Britain's most esteemed perfumers. Founded in 1799 by James Atkinson, who journeyed from Cumberland with homemade concoctions and a real bear in tow, Atkinson's quickly gained attention. Their bear's grease balm became a sensation, and by 1832 the company was appointed perfumer to the court of St James, serving King George IV. The rose cold cream, introduced in the 1820s, was among Atkinson's early cosmetics, and was applauded for its ability to soothe chapped hands and impart a delicate fragrance. Atkinson's flagship store was at 24 Old Bond Street, London, and became a symbol of luxury, attracting people like Beau Brummel and even Admiral Lord Nelson. The store, adorned with gold chandeliers and mirrored walls, showcased an array of perfumes, soaps and cosmetics, reflecting the brand's commitment to quality and taste. Glen discovering this pot lid is like holding a whisper from history, an exquisite reminder of a time when even the simplest objects were crafted with care and elegance.
Right, guys, so we've come to the end of this epic day. What some amazing finds. What some amazing finds we've all had. We're all happy. Marie smashed here this morning. I thought, oh, I'm going to do well. Then I done well. Then Mike done. Kirsty smashed it. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to show you the finds on the end of this video.
Mike's definitely had find of the day though.
Oh,
That
Mike's had
sign.
fun today. Hang on. It's in the balance of my pot lid. No, Mike's sign is he's amazing to be
The
fair.
ultimate.
And he's lucky with signs. You get signs all the time.
You
Get the
do?
sign.
You got something about signs, bro?
I like signs.
You like signs? And that one even magnificent. You just scrape it and you just pulled it. So there you go, guys. So like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the find section. Oh, Mike's going to have to give me a sign to clean. Bye!
The Finds Roundup.
Hello everybody and welcome to another Peaky Dippers. I hope you've enjoyed the video, everyone. We went there that week just for a little river walk. We never imagined all the history we was going to get that week. We all done well. Me, Marie, Mike, Kirsty, we all had something to take home and keep. Obviously Mike's got his sign and stuff like that, so the only things that are here are the things we found, but you will see pictures of Kirsty and Michael's items. Oh, and what a week, absolutely amazing. The water was crystal clear. We've got the castle behind us in the background, Marie, for company, and it was just lovely. And it is so peaceful walking along an old stream, it really is. So I'm going to show you some of our bits that we've had, and I've got one thing I was after for, I've been after one for ages to be honest, but I got it that weekend, absolutely perfect. So we'll start with your magnet fishing item first. So Marie, as you see, that day had a top drawer find, the old World War I Enfield, and that unfortunately in this country has to get destroyed. So it did. Whether the cops ever pass them on to museums, I do not know. I have to think they do. So we'll start with the metal objects. Now, Marie found this. And we thought it was a buckle. Well, Marie did. I said it's a shoe pattern because of this down here, but I've never seen one this shape. And after a little bit of research, it is a shoe pattern. And I haven't seen anybody pull one this shape up yet. So yeah, absolutely over the moon with this piece. This one's even older than the ones that we normally find, so that has got some age to it. That is an amazing find, so well done, Marie.
Thank you.
Then she also found this here buckle. Now that buckle dates from about 1620 to 1670, so I've found in my book. I'm sure some of the experts will come on and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm far out to what I've read in my books. And that is a lovely post-medieval buckle. Now, whether that came off a shoe, the top of a shoe, or whether it's to a belt, which I doubt it is, I think it's more to the top of a shoe. That is a lovely example of a very old buckle. Then we was, oh, you found this one as well. So Marie found this little tiny buckle. And this tiny buckle here is potentially really, really old. This, again, in my buckle book that I've got, that you got there, goes back to the 13th century, 14th century. So that buckle there is also really old. So to spot that on your magnet is a good job on its own. But there you go. So it's got a flat bottom where my thumb is, and then it goes round. So a lovely old buckle that will be kept. That day we was joined by Aaron, AJ, and they gave us a buckle, and this is from about 1820 up until they ran up to the 1940s. It's a military buckle, we think. So yeah, nice old buckle there again. So 3 buckles. Then AJ pulled this. Now he gave me this because he knows I collect my keys and stuff like that, but he gave me this. Now I thought at first it was a piece of scissors, a scissors, but it's not. It is definitely a key of some type. So anybody who knows about old artifacts and stuff like this that might have seen a key like this, please let me know, because I can't find nothing like this on the internet, and I'm not going to get rid of it because knowing my luck it will be something really old. It feels old and it looks old, and it is solid. So if somebody can spread some light on that one for us, Toon Tony, if you're watching, if you can let me know. There we go, so that's that. So then we went down into the river. I was in the river most of the day, to be honest with you, and we was finding, so I found lots of clay pipe stems. All them are clay pipe stems in there, guys, and bits of teeth and God knows what. Two interesting teeth. I did have this one, and I think that's the front tooth to a horse or a small horse. But look at that, it looks just like a human tooth, except for the root. But yeah, I'd say that that's a smiley horse tooth. Then we also found a wild boar tusk. I think it is. Yeah, well, probably off a wild boar. It's Oxford where we was is mega old, and these would have been hunted back in the time. Then found a cod marble. Now a cod marble is the marble out of the cod bottle. So I just found that lying on the riverbed. Always nice to keep. Also found a couple of these. Now Steve found some of these a couple of years ago when we was in Oxford, and the ceramic, like porcelain, hardened, and that one's got cav written on it. There's all different types that have came up. One there with holes on, one there that's a bit worse for wear, and one there. And these are, so I've been told, off the old, very early cars, off the radiators. So a bit of car history there for people that are into cars. These are not the rubber things that you get now, or the plastic things you get now. Proper ceramic. So them are nice to keep. Then we find vulcanite bottle stoppers, which are obviously the stoppers at the top of the bottles. These are war grade ones. There's one here with a picture of a swan on. I like that. It's really nice, different. I have got a massive tub of these now. So each and every one of them has its own little personality, if you like, its own look and its own age. Then we started it in, obviously, the bottles, and I found this baby. Now this is a blacking bottle, and this would have been, you would have had a little bung in the top, and you'd have blacked your shoes, blacked your furniture, wherever it needed blacking. That was a blacking bottle, and this is mid-Victorian, lovely stoneware bottle. I was over the moon when I found that. It's the first time I've actually found one, mudlarking, so I'm over the moon. Then I found a lovely bottle with the stopper still in it, and that is a little lead stopper. And what you won't see on the camera right now is on the top of the lead is written, well, printed, Boots Perfumery. So that is a perfume bottle from Boots, and Boots has been running for a couple of 100 years now. This is probably about the 20s, but it's still a nice bottle to put with any Boots collection. So that is being kept. Then clay pipes. Where we was getting the clay pipe bowls from. Now I have had confirmation quite a while ago on the age of these pipes, so I know the ages I'm saying are more or less correct. These pipe bowls here are maybe early Victorian, and that one there. But the remainder of the bowls we was finding that day, and some obviously are very river worn, see? But I have got two examples, oh hang on, I've got a few more examples actually of the ones we did find that day, and they're these babies here. Now notice how small the holes are, and another one there. So them bowls are 1640s. How do I know? Because when Nicola White came with us to that same spot, the ones, she was finding the bowls and she dated them for us. And who doesn't know about bowls more than Nicola? And clay pipes. But I found two beauties that day. One is this one. And you look how small that hole is on top of that one. And again with that one. And these, especially this one, so I'm going to put that one down. Especially this one's called a fairy pipe. And the reason it's called a fairy pipe, it was a child's pipe as well, basically. And that is all they could afford to put in that pipe to smoke was a little tiny noggin of tobacco, because it was very sought after. And this is probably dating back to when pipes was first manufactured in the UK, which was 1580. So this could potentially be a Tudor era clay pipe bowl. Being nice to have found it in the intact, but I've still got the bowl, so I'm over the moon with that. And it's called a fairy pipe. Last but not least, now my favourite find for that day, I've got to admit, for myself, I've been after one for quite a while, and I was looking along the riverbed and I was seeing lots of broken bottles and the bottoms of bottles, but I just had a call into this one and I thought, I've got to turn this over because it looked too perfect, and it was under the water and it looked like that. So I thought, oh, it's the bottom of a bottle. And then I turned it over and it was very dirty, and I just managed to rub it and I seen some writing, and it is that beauty. That beauty there is something I've been after for years, to find my own lid. And it is a lid of a cream for your hands. And this company formed in 1790, and these lids started being produced in 1820. So this could be anything from the 1820s up to the 1880s. Lovely lid. I hope you can see the writing on that and the text. Absolutely gorgeous. That will go into my collection, and I'm over the moon with that. That is my favourite personal item I found mudlarking to date. So hopefully many more of these to come, and the bigger ones as well. So that's it for this week, guys. I've showed you the finds. Next week's video is just as good. I found a one-off next week.
I've never seen one before.
No, I found a one-off in the river last week, and it's put it like this: there's one on the internet and there's only one other being found in that area. And if this is what we think, well, we know it is what we think it is, but if this is along the same league, it's worth some money. But not that we do it for the money, but it is a one-off. It's worth some proper money to a collector. So I can't wait to show you next week's video, guys. Steve and Alison was with us, so they was back out and they had to go as well. They found some amazing stuff. One thing I do want to say before I go is Kirsty's baby bottle. Oh my life, it was this big, guys. It was a lovely little baby bottle for a doll. I've never found one. I've been bottle digging for about 5-6 years now.
I've never seen one.
I've not been doing mudlarking long, but I don't think there's many mudlarkers found any of them. But yeah, definitely a first for I've seen with my eyes. Absolutely amazing. And Mike sighing. Yeah, Mike. Now, Mike, what a sighing. Mike was scraping along the river just in front of me, I will have you know, at the next bridge down, and he's seen a bit of blue shining through the sand on the riverbed, and he thought it was a blue poison bottle, which would have been nice on its own. Not Mike, no, not Mike. He scrapes along and he thinks, oh, that? And he gets his finger and it lifts it up, and it was a sign. And I'm over the moon for him, genuinely I'm over the moon for him. So, big love to you, Michael. What a find, top drawer find. I can honestly say that it sounds a bit big-headed really, but I don't think many people have the opportunity to find the stuff we find in a month, let alone on a Sunday afternoon, walking along a lovely stream in the middle of Oxford with the birds tweeting and looking down at the ground, looking at the past. So I think we've done exceptionally well that weekend. I really do. So all that's left for me to say, guys, is a table full of history will be kept. It'll be preserved, go into collections, and next week's, you've got to come along for next week's video, because I'm looking at the item now, and it's a one-off. It is a one-off. So big love to you all, guys. Big respect, and I shall see you. I'm not going bottle digging tomorrow. I'm having a day off. So I'll be doing a live on Saturday. And again on Sunday from location. We're going somewhere Sunday that we've been once before. It goes back to the Saxons and the Romans. So, what we're going to be doing that day, you may ask? Magnet fishing, metal detecting, mudlarking. So I'll be doing the 3 lots of things that day, guys, and I might even get the drone up because it's such a beautiful area. So look out for Sunday's live, guys, and I hope the internet's fine. And big love, and see you again soon. Bye bye.